Okay, strap in, it's race day debrief time. So for context, I ran the Gold Coast half marathon. What even date was it? I don't remember the date. Leading up to that race, I did a 20-week plan with Runner. Usually I do a 12-week plan, but I just couldn't wait to start the training. So I started it really, really early, which was great since it had been quite a while since my last half marathon. I'd run 2 half marathons previously. First one was by myself and the second one was just with a couple of mates from work. This was my first race environment half marathon. It didn't go swimmingly and exactly to plan, and I did not get my target race time. So Runner had predicted I was going to run a half in an hour. What was it? An hour 50 to an hour 55. My last half was in October last year, and that one was done in an hour and 57. I did set a very far-fetched goal to run the half in an hour and 45, which, coming off the back of an hour 57 half, that's a massive difference. So I knew it was like bold, but I also just wanted to give myself a chance to like do something crazy. So race day came around. I did my normal prep, just had a crumpet with honey, and I had packed 2 gels to take at 7 and 14 kilometers was my plan. I did have my new race shoes. So many people have been asking me how the shoes went because it was a big conundrum not having race day shoes, and a lot of people were concerned that it wasn't going to go well racing in new shoes. The Asics Superblast 2 are what I ended up running in, and they were incredible. I had no blisters. Well, I did have blisters, but nothing crazy and nothing more than every other shoe I've ever tried. I think it's just me and my feet and my toes, unfortunately. No bleeding like I did in my Nimbus. No shin pain, ankle pain, heel pain, arch pain, none of it. So the race started and I was pacing really well for my first, I think it was like 12 kilometers. I was like on target to get my hour 45. And then I took my first gel at 7Ks, and after that had metabolized, I think I was around the 12, 13 kilometer mark is when I started to get a stitch. I get 2 kinds of stitches, one that I can run through and then one that like completely has me bending over, like can't run. I tried to run through it, it got really, really bad. I got hit with the nausea. Sorry, I also did have a water before and after the gel, but too far on either side. So I had a cup of water at a water station, ran a little bit, had the gel, ran a little bit, and then I was at another water station. That was not good for me, apparently. So my pace obviously got hit then. So I stopped running, went to the side of the road, false alarm, but I was feeling like I was gonna vomit, so I stopped. Once that pain had kind of gone, I started running again. But for the rest of the race, from like 13, 14 Ks, it was just stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. My pace took a massive hit. And at one point, I think I was like 3 Ks out, and a medic came over to me asking if I wanted to, you know, pull the pin, and I was like, no, not happening. There's a medal and a t-shirt waiting on the other side, so there's no way I'm not finishing this race. So kept running and came down to through the finishing chute, which, if you know, you know, the longest finishing chute in the entire world. I lined up for my medal and t-shirt, and while I was in the line, I was like, I'll just check what my official time was, and it was an hour 53. And I was like, oh my god, I've just killed that. Like, heck yeah. I was struggling and I still finished the line, and I got an hour 53, which was also a 4-minute PB from my most recent half marathon in October. I was like, you know, at the end of the day, I didn't get my ideal time. It was a horrible race, but I also did a 4-minute PB. So I think that's a huge improvement on any day. And I was just trying to be grateful and proud of myself for signing up, doing 20 weeks of training, attending the race, and finishing the race. So yeah, anyway, I got my medal, got my shirt, FaceTimed the boyfriend, ran out to see my parents, saw Tessa, who's a girl from work that I did the race with. Having my parents there for race day was so nice. Like, they've never seen me run before, like race. So that was really nice. Next race is in like 2 weeks, which is the Sunshine Coast half marathon. So watch this space. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Happy to answer them. I'll talk to you so soon. Bye.